Hi, I am Nancy DeLeonardi from Nancy Be Inspired, and welcome to my podcast channel. I am so happy that you are here, and I can't wait to talk about stuff with you to let you live your best life. So get comfortable, grab your drink. If you're headed out for a walk, get your headset on, and let's get ready to party. So today I want to talk about it's January 2024, and this is the season of fitness and people starting new things. So I wanted to talk about this today. And the topic that I want to talk about today is fitness is a mind, body, soul connection. And I want to talk about that connection because that's what's going to make you successful in the fitness world. And I basically want to talk to newbies today, or people that are on that vicious cycle, right? You go round and round every year, you try, every couple of years you try. And, it just doesn't work out. And so I'm here to give you tips on helping you be successful once and for all. Now, if you don't know me, I just want to give you a little background. I have spent decades in the gym as a gym person, going for my own self. For many decades, since I was 18 years old, I have always had a gym membership in some capacity, or I have been a fitness instructor. I got my Zumba fitness license in 2013. And so I have well over a decade experience teaching those classes. So I know a little bit of something about being in the gym, and I know about people and their mindsets as it relates to the gym. And I want to help people. So that's where the intention is behind this podcast. So fitness, again, I want to demystify all the ads that you see out there and all the lures. And that information is in another podcast. So if you want to listen to that, feel free to do so, because that gives you information on, how the fitness industry operates. But today I want this podcast to be all about you and understanding the mind, body, soul connection. And hang in until the end, because what I'm going to talk about last actually drives everything else. And that's my favorite part of this process. So I'm going to give you tips. I'm going to give you 3 tips for each of these topics so that they will be tools for you to be successful. So are you ready? All right. So let's start with mind, right? Mind is everything, in my opinion. Your mindset is really what drives your world, believe it or not. You may or may not be aware that the life that you live is actually a reflection back to you of the thoughts in your head. And I want to share too that everything in the world was at some point somebody's thought in their head that came to fruition. Everything from the design of furniture, homes, whatever it is, clothing, apparel, patterns, artwork, it doesn't matter. It started with a thought. And so you have the ability to do that too in your mind. And so what is it that you want? Okay. You need to focus on, what is it that you want? And so mindset is the intention. It's the focus. It's affirmations, prayer, meditation, okay? It's mindset. So number 1, you want to get your mindset on what it is that you want to do for yourself. Now, we can talk about fitness, but it can be anything in your life, right? If you want to start a new job, a new career path, a new relationship, it doesn't really matter what it is. You just want to be clear in your mind. So that's what you need to do. Your mindset is about focus. You don't want any derailment. You want to be intentional. You want to be intentional about this thing that you want, and you are locked in on it. This is what you want. There's no wavering, and no one's going to stop you. That is your mindset, and it is at the forefront of your mind with everything that you do. Okay, so pay attention to that. All the actions that you take, all the information that you take in, all the people that you hang around, all the social media people that you follow, all of that is going to aid you in success of this thing that you want to accomplish. The books that you read, etc. So that is your focus on mindset. So in your mind, you want the focus, you don't want derailment, and know this, that everything that you focus on grows. Yes. Everything that you focus on grows. So I'll give you a little sample. Like, just try it in your life. If you don't believe me, just try it. If you want, I don't know, to see green cars, just say, okay, today I'm going to drive around and I'm going to focus on, green cars. And take notice of how many green cars you run into. I don't think there are many green cars out there, but if you're focused on green cars on that day, you're going to see a lot of them. You could play with the universe. You could say, okay, I'm going to focus on how many Starbucks coffee cups I'm going to see, or you get real clear. I want to see the ones in the plastic cup, not the paper ones that holds the hot drinks. I want to see the clear ones. You could be real specific, but you have to pay attention. Okay. So again, I talk about paying attention to the universe and playing with the universe again in another podcast that I have with the attitude of gratitude. But again, that's what you need to do here. If you don't believe me and you need to train your mind with your mindset and focus, play a little game at first and see how it goes, and then take it from there. Then you will believe it, and then you will start taking action on the little things that you do, okay? Next, I'm going to talk about your body. So your mind, body, soul. Your body is that the place that holds your soul, right? We have one body. We can't trade it in. We just came in the suit that we came in. It is what it is, and we have to make peace with that. We have to make peace with the body that we're in. And we have to do what we need to do to maintain its health for the longevity of our time here on this planet. And you have to do the best you can. And with that, I mean moving it. For me, it's moving your body is key. You need to move it every day, just like you need to eat and sleep. You need to move your body. So make an effort, again, in your mind. You want to make the plan that you're going to move your body, and then you do it every single day, and you do it for X amount of time. So you could just walk 20 minutes a day for the rest of your life, but you're walking 20 minutes a day. That's what I'm talking about. You're moving your body, and then that's accomplished. Just like you sleep 8 hours a day, you're moving your body 20 minutes a day. So again, you want to move your body. You want to fuel it correctly, the best that you can. I do believe in the 80-20 rule. I am not one of these, I don't really aspire or believe in perfection at all. I really don't. I think it's I just think it sets you up for failure because you're trying to be perfect, and no one is perfect. We just do the best we can. And where we have not done well, we just learn and then we try again. So I'm just going to say that you want to, move your body, eat the best you can, make good choices, and, start again the next day. That's the beauty of a new day, is you get to start over again. But be aware of what you're eating. Try to eat healthy most of the time. Try to eat organic, where it doesn't have as many chemicals in the food. If you can grow your own food, that's great too. But, just high level, I will say, just make good choices in the food that you eat 80% of the time. And that gives you the 20% of the time to indulge in all the other things that you enjoy. So you're not limited or prohibited from anything that you want in life, because everything in moderation is okay. So that's just my personal opinion, and that is what worked for me in my life. So you want to move your body. You want to also build muscle in your body. If you can, join a gym. That's why I'm a big advocate of belonging to a gym. And a big box gym, because they have all the equipment that you need there. When you build muscle, it actually supports your entire skeletal system, right? It supports your muscles, your bones, your structure. You stand taller, straighter spine. Your gait is better. You're stronger. You can lift things, carry things. You have more endurance. So there is a strong benefit to building muscle. Now, I'm not talking bodybuilding muscle, and if you aspire to that, then that's fine. But I'm just saying, just try to build muscle in your body, because it's really, really key, and it really does help your stature. When you walk, you want your head up, your shoulders back, and you want to walk with confidence, right? Because you want to own your presence when you walk into a room. And you tend to do that naturally when you go to the gym. You just own your body and you stand straighter and taller because you've done the work. And that's just a natural default there. Another aspect of your body is self-love, right? Self-love. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit, because self-love is both something that you do mentally in your head and something that you do externally as well. So I'll talk about mentally first. All of us have a loop in our head that's a narrative that plays on a loop. It's a default. Normally, it's negative. It just depends on the childhood that you have, because that loop was formed a long time ago. And we tend to speak to ourselves negatively for the most part, and you have control over changing that. So you want to talk to yourself positively. If there's a negative thought in your head, like, oh, I can't do that. I've never done that before. I can't do that. You say, I haven't done that yet, but I certainly am capable of learning and trying. So you flip that switch and you change the narrative. Instead of saying, I'm not smart enough, I'm not tall enough, I've never done that before, whatever it is, you want to flip it and give yourself the opportunity to do it, because you can do it. You can do it. Again, mind, we go back to mind. It's your mindset. What you think about is, what you focus on grows. It comes back to you. So your self-talk, the narrative in your head, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you want to like who you see in the mirror, smile at yourself. Because why? Because you were born, you're here. And, you woke up today, and you have a lot to be proud of in that simple fact that you are alive, and you can work out, move about the world, get in your car, do whatever you need to do. So you need to appreciate the things that we take for granted, that our bodies do move and we're not, limited. And for folks that are limited, you can do what you can do, right? You have to start where you are, and you have to be thankful for the things that you can do. So I'm going to, just say that it's really important to the self-love in your mind. And then another self-love is actually pampering yourself. It's taking the time to, get a facial or get a massage, get a manicure or pedicure, just relax in a tub, just pamper yourself, go to the sauna. Things like that is really just taking care of yourself. And, when you fill your cup up and you let that cup overflow with all the things that make your soul and yourself and your body happy, when it's overflowing, then you can give the overflow to other people while maintaining your cup and your energy high. You can take the excess and you can put it out into the world, and other people will receive that positivity from you. It is infectious, and it is real. And so you are the steward of that energy, and these are the ways that you can hone in on it and perfect it. So I just want to say that, just follow those steps, and I think that will help you with your body portion. And then the soul, when we talk about our soul, do you ever think about what it took to get here? Like, how we actually got here? Like, we know, like, your mother could have had a headache that night and you wouldn't be here, right? Like, the odds of us being here and the sperm and the egg fertilizing in that moment in time that actually brought the beginning of you all the way through to birth is a huge miracle, huge. And so to me, I don't think that's by coincidence. I think that there was a will at some point in the spiritual world that you wanted to be born into this world, and you're here, and you defied all the odds, and you're here, and now your soul, came here for a purpose, and it has work to do. And so, you want to I don't know, just be mindful of that, I guess is what I want to say. You just want to know that you are bigger than the body that you're in. You are bigger than that, and you have tremendous power through your soul, because I just think that in a spiritual realm, humans, I'll just say this. Let me tell you a little story that I heard from Sadhguru. If you know of him, he's a guru out of India, and he's an incredible person, and he teaches a lot of spiritual things and meditations and how to heal yourself and heal the world, so that people don't get, depressed and with all the things that are going on in the world. And he gave this analogy the other day when I listened to him, and I want to share it with you because I thought it was pretty powerful. He spoke about, donkeys and humans, and he gave a story of a person that wanted a child, and he was never able to have a child, and he thought that this other guru could turn this donkey into a human. And so there's a whole story that he talked about, which sounds a little goofy right now, but you'd have to listen to Guru and how he gave that story. And he did it on New Year's Day. If there's a way you can find it on the internet, look for it, because it's a really good parable. But I'll just sum it up and say that what I took away from that, which was really powerful, and I've known this, but I just want to share it with you because I think it will help, is knowing that, we are humans and God gave us the ability to have intellect and create. Our greatest power, our superpower, is that we can create. So I'll go back to the donkey. The donkey, he can only be a donkey. He could never be anything other than a donkey. And that's what he was trying to say. Like, a donkey is a donkey is a donkey. And he could be the best donkey, but that donkey is never going to be a horse. He's never going to go swimming. He's never going to learn anything else than being a donkey and what donkeys do. We're humans, and that could go to any animal in the animal kingdom, right? They have different intellect and different purposes, but they are what they are. They came in the world to be what they are, and they will never be anything different than what they are. Humans, on the other side, we came into the world with the gift of intellect higher than any animal. And so therefore, what we comes into our mind, we can create, and we can create to make the world a better place for other people, so that we as a whole society can live and have the things in life that the generations before us didn't have, right? Generations before us didn't have internet. They didn't have cell phones. We've evolved because somebody had a thought, and somebody thought, well, let me try to do this technology. And here we are, because we're constantly evolving and growing and living on the edge of creation. That's the beauty of being a human. And that's what your soul came here to do. All of our souls came here to contribute to the whole of all humanity, right? And all of us have a special gift. We just have to realize what that gift is. And so if you go back to the mind, body, soul, if you focus on your mind and what it is that you want, and only you know what that is in your heart, right? That thing inside of you that you're like, I really like, drawing. I really want to be an artist, then take that step and try it. Take a class, start reading books, start sketching. Take this step, because what you focus on grows, right? And then if you nourish your body and your self-talk and you're doing those things, then, you could fulfill your soul's calling that was in your heart all that time and become an artist. And even if you don't become a Van Gogh, you can become a famous artist in your own right? Whether that would be a greeting card or a postcard or gifts that you give to people out of your own generosity, that you drew it for them and you gave it to them, and then someone else saw it. You just never know how things are going to turn out. But I just think that, we have this ability as humans to make a difference in the world, and the world doesn't operate where one person gets a chance and another person doesn't. We are all here for a reason, and as long as we connect to mind, body, soul, you will be able to have the things that your heart desires if you just change your mindset and change your thoughts and be open to the possibility. And that's all you really have to do. So I will close with saying that, the world is abundant, you're abundant, and, just take action on these things that I've told you in your mind, your mindset, okay? You want your mindset, you want to do meditation, you want to focus, have affirmations, affirmations, write them down, look at them every day, put them on your mirror in the morning, write them in lipstick or a sticky note or whatever you want, and look at it every day as a reminder. Write it down in a book before you go to bed. You don't want derailments, you want to be intentional, okay? That's step 2 of your mind, okay? You want to be intentional. And then number 3, what you focus on grows. For your body, the 3 things will be your physical, right? You want to move your body, you want to build muscle, support your physique, by building muscle and being strong and toning yourself up. And then you want to, have your self-love. take your baths, pamper yourself, and then nourish yourself with the correct food 80% of the time. And then in your soul, you want to spend time, correcting your self-talk, speak positively to yourself, understand that you are bigger than the body you came in. You are bigger than this physical body. I read something somewhere that, I've read so many books on self-help, and that's what I've done my whole life. It's just I've always been like a sponge to figure out this world that we live in. And one of the books that I read said that in a spiritual realm, our spirit is so great that our body is actually just like a glove of energy of the spirit that we truly are. Think about that for a second, that the physical body that we're in is only the portion of a glove of your hand to the whole spirit that you are. That is a powerful, powerful spirit. I blew my mind when I read that analogy. And if you think about it, that's how much power we have, and that's how much power we just leave on the table because we think that we're, stuck, and no one is ever stuck. It just takes baby steps. And I think that personally, the time zone thing, the time element that we live in this world, where everything we ask for doesn't come to us right away, is actually for our benefit, right? Because we get to learn in the process of waiting, right? Another person that I follow, they said one time, you could equate it to eating at a buffet. If you went to a buffet and you had all the food there, would you eat all of it all at once? And if you ate all that food all at once, every single day, every single meal, would you really enjoy it anymore? Not really. Not really, right? So there's a blessing in the waiting to me. It's a good thing to wait. And so then, your soul. So again, just realize the miracle that you are, and that, what it took for you to be born of this world. And as long as you wake up and you have a new day, that's a day for you to make a difference. So I want you to live your best life. I want you to take some of these nuggets away and implement them in your life, and let me know about it, right? Drop me a line on social media, tag me in your journey. But, life is good, and it is how you look at it, your perspective of it. Yes, I'm not saying that we don't have bad days. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody can get frustrated, but you can flip that switch. So remember this, flip the switch. When you are negative, you want to flip it to positive, because here's another tip. You can't be mad and happy at the same time. It is impossible. So if you're not happy, just flip the switch and get happy, whether it's to turn on a song and start dancing or singing, go out for a walk, whatever it is that makes you happy, just flip the switch and get yourself happy again, because the happier you are, the more your energy is elevated and the more good things come your way. Okay. So that I'm going to close with that. I hope that this podcast inspired you today, and we'll talk again the next time.